still on the House of Representatives, has begun legislative action to prohibit commercial surrogacy in Nigeria and establish a framework to regulate the practice solely for non-commercial altruistic purposes. This follows the introduction of a bill for an act to protect the health and well-being of women, particularly in relation to surrogacy and for related matters. The bill, sponsored by Uchenna Okonkwo, who represents Idemili North, Idemili South Federal Constituency of Anambra State, was presented earlier this week on the floor of the House. The proposed legislation, which is expected to return for debate next week, seeks to ensure that surrogacy in Nigeria is safe, ethical, and regulated. It specifically focuses on protecting the rights and health of women involved in surrogacy agreements. The bill proposes a maximum penalty of 2 years imprisonment, a fine of 2 million naira, or both for anyone found guilty of violating its provisions. According to Okonkwo, the general aim of the bill is to provide a regulatory framework that protects the physical, emotional, and psychological well-being of women, particularly those involved in surrogacy arrangements. The legislation is also intended to outlaw commercial surrogacy in Nigeria, thereby preventing the exploitation of women and the commodification of children. Instead, the bill promotes altruistic surrogacy, in which women volunteer to carry pregnancies for other individuals or couples without receiving payment beyond compensation for medical and pregnancy-related expenses. Well, quickly, before we run out of time, I just want to get your thoughts on this bill to pass. The National Assembly, the representative, taking this decision to criminalize commercial surrogacy. Do you still feel this is a necessity?
It is. It is.
You know what it takes to actually have a baby for someone else?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
So it is. Why I said it is because, you know, they have left the process. Now people want to make it to be commercialized. People want to use it as business. And even as they're doing it, as I've taken it as a business, the people who they are to carry this baby for, most of them don't care about them. All they know is that they've given you money. Whatever happens to you does not have anything to do with them. And because of that, so many persons die. I've seen people who have died for that, while doing that. And when they die, who pays? That's the reason why I said it should be called, is it criminalized?
So you're saying a lady should voluntarily have the decision of wanting to marry a surrogate mom?
Yes.
And not something that she should be paid for because of the death-related matter?
Yes.
So how about in other cases? When, you know, of a woman having to, you know, be pregnant for someone else's child for 9 months, and you know that thing of giving out your child after childbirth.
Exactly.
You know, isn't that supposed to be an emotional problem?
It is. There should not be any means of compensation in that instance. Not at all. But before that's why I said it should be willingly. Some persons, I've seen one, I think that was in Enugu, where the lady said the baby is her baby, that nobody can take the baby from her. By so doing, they began to have issue that she's not handing over, except the man who believed the baby with her. I mean, why she will be taking care of the baby? The man should send whatever the man wants to send until the baby grows up. It became an issue. So you should think like you have this baby all these months, and once it's time, you now give birth. It becomes someone else's child. It's painful now. If we must come back to common sense, so it is not easy for you to just give out something that you have been with. You did not sleep at night. You have bear all these pains, and all of a sudden, because that's why I say it should be willing. Because if you are saying that it's business, some of these people is more like the story I told you about a lady who sells children that was being caught the other time. It's just like, it's a similar thing to that. That is why I said, you know,
the surrogacy situation is a legal process.
That is why I said that it should be willing. It shouldn't be business. Like some persons who go, oh, I want you to do this. I like the way you look.
All right, I would have actually wanted to, we would have actually had more to talk on that. But